All right, step number 5. Go out there and create or update your portfolio architecture action plan. Now, I realize in this video and this course, when you do this yourself, there is a lot to unpack and a lot to explore here. You're not going to get all this at once. It's kind of like that theme of measure twice, cut once. If you ever done any, DIY jobs or construction around the house, hey, measure twice before you cut that 2x4. Well, when it comes to this, we're probably going to measure like 10 times and come revisit it a few times before we make a move, because we're talking about selling a $600,000 asset. That is a big deal. So let's make sure we're making the right move for you, your family, and your goals. And so here's my recommendation. Just do a simple brain dump. You're going to look at all this as you do your own portfolio analysis and say, okay, what are my long-term goals? What are some opportunities? Am I comfortable doing a cash out refi? Could I do a 1031? Do I have the equity? Does it make sense? Just do a brain dump for long-term, but also immediate goals of like the next 30 to 90 days. And a lot of these immediate goals are, hey, get updated rents from property manager. Talk to your agent to get proper valuations. Talk with your lender to get some updated debt quotes for a refinance or a buy side. Talk with your agent, go out there and see what's currently working in the market and what you could buy if you were to go out there and sell or cash out refi to reinvest. So a lot of times this is just like starting to peel back the onion, because we have to actually go out there and take, what we're looking at on Property Llama, what I like to call virtual reality. Now let's go make sure it matches with reality, because there's just a lot more things involved than just clicking a few buttons in real life. So as I said, just go out there, and I'm not saying go do anything immediately, but let's go out there and start doing a deeper dive with your team. Now, for a lot of people out there, you got to digest this. You have to share with your spouse. You have to share with your partner. You have to share with other team members. Great. You can do that using Property Llama. So you can, click share this scenario, and it'll give you the address. So here is my scenario for, selling. I'll zoom in on here. Sorry. So selling, 123 Main Street and buying a fourplex. I'll copy the link. And now I've got this link, and I can text it, post it to social media, email it to someone, and it gives me this link to where I can go out here and share this example so other people can see what the numbers are like and how it compares. So it's a really great way to come out here and start sharing these numbers with other people or your team. So that link sharing is incredibly beneficial when it comes to using Property Llama and starting to model this out. All right, so for action plan, make sure you go out there and connect with your real estate coach, your agent, your real estate professional, your lender, whoever it is, and conduct a portfolio analysis. And really, hopefully taking what you learned in this video and a few other ones, using the software and then working with your team, you should start getting a lot clearer picture as to what opportunities you have and start actually putting together a really solid portfolio analysis plan. Now, I want to be very clear and set expectations. This is an iterative process. It'll take some time. It'll take some work. But as you can see, I did that a scenario of selling a property and buying a bigger, better rental, and it moved me like 25% closer to my goal. Is that worth it? Yes, because for me to plunk down $450,000 new property, that's a lot of money for me to do. And frankly, I don't have $450,000 right now to go out there and buy a new rental, which I'm sure a lot of you watching this video can relate to. So one other thing I want to touch on here that I did not go on here, but you will in your portfolio analysis, and we'll do in some other future videos, is we have the opportunity to also look at your primary residence. I tend to do that very separate from my investment portfolio, because your primary residence, people have a lot different emotions and goals and needs on there. Some people want their primary residence paid off. Great. Some people are fine leveraging it, like me. Great. Some people don't want to touch it. Great. This is where we want you to start realizing that, hey, if you have equity in your primary residence, which you probably do, this can be about the cheapest and best source a lot of times for funds to go out there and reinvest. Via HELOC or cash out refinance, you'll get the best interest rates and terms compared to investment properties. But just that's more of an asterisk there, and we'll talk more about that in some future videos. And of course, talk about that with your lender, your agent, and obviously your family, your partner, your spouse, to understand the pros and cons of that as well. But for now, what we need to do is get off this video, make sure your properties are in Property Llama, and then connect with your real estate team to go out there and do a portfolio analysis. Now, if you don't have a portfolio yet, still connect with your team, and they can run you through a common portfolio or some common scenarios in the current market to help you start understanding how it works. Now, as we start getting through this portfolio analysis, we'll move into those other concentric circles of the strategy and the market conditions, and we'll talk about, hey, you have this equity, what can you buy currently? What can you reinvest? And start understanding those pros and cons as well. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you got the majority of it, but if you didn't get every detail, don't worry about it. The most important thing is go out there, get your data in Property Llama, do your portfolio analysis, and keep moving forward with the education.